Assalamualaikum and greetings children. So today for English Year 6 we're still on Unit 10, which is be aware, take care. So for today's lesson I need you to turn to page 97. We're going to read through the safety rules and regulations. So are you ready? Okay, let's move. Alright, let's read. Okay, so safety rules and regulations must be strictly adhered to when you are in the living skills workshop to prevent injuries or accidents, right? Okay, sorry for the noise back there. I repeat, safety rules and regulations must be strictly adhered to when you are in the living skills workshop to prevent injuries or accidents. You see the word prevents again. Okay, never mind after this. Right, let's look at the general safety. General safety. Inform the teacher immediately if an accident or injury occurs. Ensure the workshop has sufficient lighting and good ventilation. Seek permission before using any equipment. Clean any oil spill on the floor immediately. Now let's look at personal safety. Read and understand the steps and procedures before starting an activity. Use aprons, gloves and masks during all activities. Wash hands with soap and water after practical activities. Okay, let's move to the last one. Equipment safety. Use equipment and materials with caution. Store equipment safely after use. Store hazardous and flammable materials in the appropriate place. Right. Okay, let's go through again. Safety rules and regulations must be strongly adhered to when you are in the living skill workshop. If in school we call it bengkel kemahiran hidup, isn't it? To prevent. From the last lesson you should know already. I hope you did look it up in the dictionary. What is prevent? To prevent what? To avoid injuries or accidents. Right. Let's look at general safety. General safety. Okay. Inform the teacher immediately if accidents or injury occurs. You must tell your teacher if something bad happened during your activities in the living skills workshop. Right. Ensure the workshop has sufficient lighting and good ventilation. Sufficient lighting meaning the room must be bright. If it's dark, you have to switch on the light. Okay. Ensure meanings you have to make sure. Right. So ensure the workshop has sufficient lights and good ventilation. Ventilation meaning your air circulation. You can breathe normally, not suffocating. The air circulation is good. Understand? So meaning you have to open up your windows, switch on the fan. Right. Next, seek permission before using any equipment. You cannot simply take any equipment if you want to use it. You have to ask from your teacher. You have to follow your teacher's direction, instruction. Okay. You cannot simply take out any equipment that you want to use. So you have to ask permission. Right. The next one, clean any oil spill on the floor immediately. If any oil spill on the floor, you have to clean it immediately. Right, let's go to personal safety. Read and understand the steps and procedures. All the procedures, the steps and the procedures you have to follow that steps, follow the procedures. Okay, don't skip any steps, right? That might be dangerous, right? Before starting an activity, right? Use aprons, gloves and masks during all activities, right? After that, you have to wash your hands with soap and water after practical activities. Every time you finish making any activities, you have to wash your hand. Especially now, you are encouraged to wash your hand frequently, because of this COVID, isn't it? Right, let's look at the last one, equipment safety. Right, use equipment and materials with caution, meaning you have to use it carefully. Don't fool around with it, don't play with your friend with the tools, with the equipment. Right, next one, store equipment safely after use. After you use it, you have to store the equipment safely. Put it back where it's supposed to be. If you took it from the box A, you have to return it to the box A. Don't mix it up. Okay. Right, the last one, store hazardous. Hazardous meaning dangerous. Flammable meaning things that easily get burned, easily can cause fire. So store hazardous and flammable materials in appropriate place. You must put it at the appropriate place, that the location or the place where the teacher has instruct you. There are special place for some of the equipments. You cannot just simply put here and there. Understand? Right, we've gone through that, so let's check whether you understand. Okay, right, so here is the matching. Oops, sorry, always happen. Okay, here we go again. Right, okay, hope this is clear, you can read it. Right, table A and table B, you have to match it. Let's look at number 1. Okay, if an accident if an accident or injury occurs, what should you do? You must keep the equipment. Oil spill on the floor immediately, doesn't make sense, isn't it? You must quickly inform your teacher. Yes, right. You can refer to your textbook. Right, let's look at number 2. When carrying out activities, what you must do? What you must wear? I give you a clue there. So you must use apron, gloves and mask, isn't it? Right, let's look number 3. At number 3, you must wash your hands. When? You must wash your hands. If you look at the book, it does mention there, isn't it? You must wash your hand after practical activities, every time. After finishing an activity, what should you do? You must keep the equipment. Right, now the last one, you must clean any what? The dangerous one just now. The last one also, when oil spill on the floor. Okay, you must clean any oil spill on the floor immediately. Right, if you got that, now it's time for you to do the exercise. The exercise is quite easy actually. It's in your textbook, where you have to write all these sentences, okay, and then you have to state true or false. True or false. If it's true, you write T. You draw a bracket and then write T, for example. But this is not the answer. I'm just giving you example. You draw a bracket and then put T. If it's wrong, if it's false, you put F, like that. Okay. Alright, class. So that should be it. So if you have any question, don't hesitate to ask, right? But before you ask, make sure you revise again. You have to look at your book again, or you can replay this video again and again until you understand. And still, if you don't understand, then you can ask me in the group. Okay. Right. So that's all, kids. Take care and goodbye.